Hello friends, thank you for joining me to experience this brief video as we take in the proposed transformation to the Meridian Hills Country Club Golf Course. The start to the round will look very familiar with only minor modifications planned for the first hole. A new forward tee is planned at a shorter distance and the same line as the primary tees. A cluster of trees defining the inside right of the dogleg will be replaced with a fairway bunker to provide challenge off the tee. Properly placed tree planting along the left side will protect against shots played away from the new bunker, as well as discouraging play in the direction of the second tee. The two greenside bunkers are altered ever so slightly to open the approach to the green, allowing players to ease into the round. The green is expanded on all sides, which recaptures hole locations to the perimeter of the green, many of which have not been used in decades. Approaching number 2, the fairway is to be expanded, specifically on the right side, which will better highlight the natural fall from right to left, whereas the expansion beyond the ridge will create a false sense of security for golfers opting to play away from the bunker positioned to the inside of the dogleg. While the golfer is left with a longer approach, playing to the right is the preferred angle here. Longer hitters will have a decision to make: hit driver or lay up. A bunker is to be reinstated on the outside of the dogleg short of the right green. This bunker may have an impact on tee shots or for those golfers having to punch out after a wayward tee shot. The green is to be expanded to the rear with softened mounding surfaced with a fairway height bent grass runoff. The back right shelf is accentuated to provide additional hole locations. We'll see the number 3 tee shift left for better alignment and a new back tee that adds around 25 yards. The front left bunker is replaced with a bent grass fairway expansion and a greenside bunker to the right that is repositioned to help contain errant shots. Opening up the front of the green for run-up shots, the tree on the right is removed based off proximity to the green, morning shade patterns on the green surface, and quite frankly, if you're faced with a second shot into this green from the right, you've already got your hands full with the challenge to make par. Moving to number 4, the fairway landing area is opened up along the left side and a new fairway bunker is placed relatively short off the tee. Carryable for most, that sets up a preferred line of play from the left side of the fairway into a brand new green with internal contouring to help receive and hold shots. The greenside bunker to the left is removed given the already daunting nature of this approach shot with water along the right. The character of this and all other new greens will reflect that of the classic Meridian Hills greens, reincorporating some of the back-to-front slope and unique internal contouring that establishes tiers within the putting surface. In the event your ball runs through the green, you'll be met with a more reasonable yet touchy recovery shot back towards the water. Par is still a very good number here. The tee location and the large oak on the right of number 5 stay the same, but that's about all. The first fairway bunker on the left is pulled back towards the tee to improve the landing area along the preferred line of play off the tee, as well as bringing the speed slot into play for those attempting the bunker. Second shots will now line up to another totally new green and compound that is repositioned approximately 15 yards to the left, removing some of the burden of the oak blocking shots from the right. However, the right side is far from favorable with 2 trios of bunkers along the right to discourage shots towards number 6 and promote safety. The bunkering in and around the green encourage bold play into the green with front hole locations, as well as engaging those players who may have to lay up because of the specimen oak. The fairway bunker on the left side of number 6 is pushed slightly further away from the tee box, bringing it more into play for many. However, with OB still looming along the left side and one of the featured trio of bunkers along the right side of 5, this tee shot becomes one that demands accuracy to set up for slightly longer tee shots that feel a little more downhill to a green nestled closer to the water. The tees on number 7 have been relocated to allow space to lengthen the overall hole on number 6 with another totally new green and compound that identifies with the classic Meridian Hills. The relocation of the green closer to the pond provides a significant improvement to the aesthetics and interest in the hole. While the footprint of the green on number 7 changes only slightly, the angle into this green and the contouring of the green change significantly. Number 7 tees will now be configured in the location of the present-day back tees on number 8, which nets an insignificant change to the overall yardage. The forward tees will now be aligned to a position that eliminates a forced carry of any water and allows members the option to feed the ball into the green. The overall back-to-front slope of this green is reinstated with new hole locations added across a subtly tiered green. The greenside bunker becomes more nestled into the green surrounds to improve risk-reward with select hole locations. While the 8th hole sees an average decrease in yardage off the tee, it makes up for the challenge around the green. The oak behind the green remains as is, while a new greenside bunker is cut into the hillside left of an expanded green that recaptures additional hole locations, including but not limited to what can be considered the ultimate Sunday hole location, tucked back left in what is currently rough. Feed it or fly it, this second shot demands precision. In the event of an errant second shot, new specimen trees are added along the right to improve screening and safety on number 4 tee. The proposed stream of crossing between the ponds on either side of the fairway towards the green creates interest and intrigue. Go for it or safely lay up. Be careful on the layup though, as the fairway gently runs toward the water. If you decide to take this hole on in 2 shots, you'll have small safety cushion short, but not much to stray left or right. The green is rebuilt in its entirety to again receive the long distance shots coming in, as well as require touch with a wedge in hand. A specimen tree will be planted left of the green to improve screening and safety along the staging area of the golf operations. The tee shot on number 10 feels much the same as our current layout, with existing fairway bunkers reimagined and a new bunker added to the upslope of the fairway, just past the speed slot to keep the long hitters in check. From there, we have again added some length by pushing the green back slightly to capture the slight downslope over the ridge line running east-west across the golf course. Trees and fescue provide a backdrop to a new green surrounded by bunkers and fairway runoffs. A deceptive green is planned here where, to the eye, one would swear the green is sloped back to front. This will not be the case, as the green will have an overall slope from front to back. This detail places a premium on the approach shot, and at times requires a ball played to the approach and not directly to the pin. It's when a golfer must play into the approach that the new bunker 30 yards short of the green comes into perspective. The bunker is also intended to challenge the longest of hitters who feel confident enough to go for the green in 2. Your view from the tee box on number 11 will send one loud and clear message. Trouble to the left. Bunkers, trees, and fescue will be all visible to the left of this hole, so do your best to avoid it. The fairway has been opened up and expanded to the right to accentuate the dogleg into a more accessible but slippery green. While we all know how much the green feeds from right to left, the expanded fairway across the front of the green in lieu of the existing greenside bunker will allow for a multitude of shots to be played into any hole location. Keep in mind, the ball will still always feed right to left. As one of the longer par 3s on the property, number 12 has already seen the removal of the densely planted backdrop of trees that were too near the green compound. A new specimen is added behind this compound and the bunkers are more profound. New hole locations are captured around the back of the screen as the rear bunker is removed, reviving this classic era push-up par 3. The second fairway bunker along the left of number 13 currently forces play to the right side and into the safety corridor off number 11 tee. It has been restored back with its partner to create a bunker duet that is easily carried by most. The preferred line of play will take you over these bunkers and set you up along the left for a clean look into the green that grows with expansions in the corners and bent grass runoffs to the sides. The existing mounds right of the fairway are enhanced to give a bigger impact for those not wanting to tempt the left side of the bunkers. The greenside bunker on the left has been pulled away from the green slightly, adding some design variety that hugs the OB line to perhaps even save an errant shot from costing you extra strokes. The tee shot on 14 may feel ever so slightly tighter than others. The first set of fairway bunkers on either side have been pulled back towards the tee and fairway grass added behind them to accentuate the speed slot for those that can make the carry. From there, you're hitting into a green emboldened by its bunkering, which is inspired by the original Bill Diddle design. The classic era short par 3 on 15 will be as heavily guarded as ever. Don't be distracted by the sea of fairway to the left. Tied into number 18, this short iron shot for most demands precision, with new hole locations captured on the left side tucked against the sand. Poised with an iconic look, this hole is as visually striking as it is challenging. The 15th has the chance to be a true gem and one that will surely capture the eye of the regional and national golf architecture aficionados. Stretched out to 605 yards from the tips, the 16th provides a respite off the tee with a bunkerless landing area. Beyond the tee shot, the hole begins to toughen up with a newly added bunker 75 yards short left of the green that demands careful consideration. Challenge the left side and you'll be rewarded with a preferred angle into the green, which reveals the genius of William Diddle and his careful touch in creating a wonderfully challenging green. Beyond this short left bunker is a new fairway expansion all the way up the left side of the green, with new hole locations throughout thanks to some minor modifications to the overall back to front slope of the green. The classic era heavily guarded short 4 and 17 can be commonly found in the closing stretch of any course with a rich history in match play. This is the embodiment of risk versus reward. The fairway bunkering has been repositioned to allow for players of all skills and abilities to have a generous landing zone off the tee. Given the relatively short approach into the green, be prepared to challenge the greenside bunkering as new hole locations have again been recaptured. If the pin is back left, you may not know the result of your approach until you're on the green. The beauty of this hole will only be realized when all of the perimeter hole locations are restored. The view from the 18th tee allows one to see across almost the entire property, with the expansive clubhouse as the backdrop to a sea of bent grass and bunkers. The existing right fairway bunker is expanded and repositioned slightly to provide a greater challenge off the tee. 2 new fairway bunkers have been cut into the mounding 100 yards out to ensure sand is in play for all skill levels. The approach shot is straightforward, although the infinity-style horizon across the green may have you thinking twice about club selection. If you run it through the green, you may end up back where you started, on the practice putting green.